Today's video, I'm going to be doing a Do My Nails With Me right hand edition, but I'm going to be sharing the full process from painting to cleanup to top coat. So let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is a base coat, and the base coat I'm using is OPI Natural Nail Base Coat. The reason why you want to use a base coat is because a base coat basically just protects your nails from staining, as well as it'll help your manicure last longer. And obviously you do not have to use the products that I'm using in this video. I will have everything linked below if you are curious on anything though. But feel free to use whatever base coat you love and whatever color of polish that you want to use. So whenever I go to paint my nails, the mentality I have is color within the lines, similar to a coloring book. So the color that I'm using is going to be Oily Indigo Skies. This was from the Oily 2024 summer collection. I did a whole video on my channel for this. This polish is beautiful. If you love indigo polishes, I would highly recommend this one to you. It is absolutely gorgeous. So whenever I go to paint my dominant hand nails, my main thing is try everything in my power not to flood my cuticles or my sidewalls, and that does happen. It happens more often. There are days when you paint your nails and it's going to look great, and there are days when you paint your nails and it's going to be a little bit of a mess, and that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up here. Now, one thing I would recommend when it comes to cleaning up, when it comes to like your cuticles and your sidewalls, is clean up as you go. I would not recommend waiting until the polish is dry before you clean it up. And there's two reasons why. One, because if you wait until the polish is dry, especially if you are using a darker color polish like a red or a green, or even like a darker blue, you can actually stain your skin by doing this. So I would recommend cleaning up as you go for that reason. And the other reason is cleaning up as you go will actually make the cleanup process a lot easier, because it's easier to clean up polish that is wet compared to dry. So I just clean up as I go, like I said, practicing the mentality of paint within the lines, if that makes sense. Okay, while I'm finishing up with the first coat of polish here, I wanted to share a few tips on how you can make sure that your manicure lasts as long as possible. I think it's a frustration for a lot of people if they paint their dominant hand nails and then like 3 days later it chips. Been there, done that. I understand the frustration. So I wanted to share a few tips on how you can hopefully prevent this. So the first tip would be you want to make sure that you are using a really good base coat, because a base coat will adhere your nail polish to your nail plate better. And you also want to make sure that you are allowing your nail polish to dry between each layer as long as you can, because if you sandwich wet polish on top of tacky polish, it can actually cause that polish to not dry completely, which will cause air bubbles and lifting. So just make sure that you are allowing your nails to dry as long as possible between coats. And you also, if you want to, you can use they make a whole bunch of rapid like dry products. They make rapid dry sprays. They make little like drops that you can put on your nail with like a tincture. I love using those. They do work really good. And I would also recommend making sure that you cap the free edge. So last up is going to be for top coat. And I would recommend making sure to use a fast drying top coat, because believe me, the drying time between a regular top coat and a fast drying top coat is amazing. So the fast drying top coat will dry the surface and the layers underneath too, and it also will help your manicure last as long as possible. Make sure that you are capping the free edge as well. So I hope that this video was helpful to anyone who needs it, and that was it for today's video.